Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So for today's video, I'll be actually swapping out my OEM push start button to the premium version. So this is pretty much it. It's in the bag currently, so I'm gonna go ahead and take it out and show you guys. So this is pretty much it. It's more like a aluminum look. Reason why they call this like a premium push start button. It's really nice, really clean. I think this will definitely kind of like suit the car a lot more better. So I'm gonna go ahead and like show you guys exactly how it looks in comparison next to the OEM one. This in comparison against the OEM one versus the premium push start button. So with the OEM one, it's just like a normal like look. It just looks more satin versus the premium one. It just looks more aluminum. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how to remove this button step by step. It's pretty easy, and it actually kind of rain right now, so that's why you see my windows kind of wet. But that shouldn't be an issue. This should take like probably like 10 to 15 minutes. In order to remove the button, you actually have to remove this cluster trim. So what I like to do first is actually pretty much pull this trim piece down, and that should allow me to have more space and more movement to just pretty much like remove the cluster. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this thing first. So that's one down. It's just, again, just clips holding it. There's no screws required. And same thing with the other side. Just like gently just pull it down and it should just pop out. There we go. So this whole panel piece should kind of like come down or like sag down, but that's okay. Don't like pull it down all the way down. It's just gonna like sag. But now that the bottom piece is down, the next thing is to remove the cluster. So with the whole cluster, you actually want to kind of like find where the gap is, and where that gap is, you just want to put your fingers between it, and then all you have to do is just like put some pressure. And again, this is just like all clips holding it, so you're gonna hear like a slight clip, and there you go. Pops out really easy. You don't have to apply too much pressure. It's just like be gentle with it, be patient with it, and it should just like easily like start pulling forward towards you. So now that I have the cluster out, the easy part now is pretty much to just take out the button and also disconnect the OEM button from the connector. So what you want to do first is disconnect the connector from the switch. It's really easy. There's not that much tension you have to put with your fingers to pull down the lever. So once you disconnect that, just put it to the side. And again, it's just one small little lever that you have to push down. Really easy. Not too much tension by pushing it down. Last thing pretty much is to remove the switch. So in order to remove the switch, there's actually two levers that's holding the switch. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what I mean by that. There's actually two levers right here. So one on the top piece, one on the bottom piece. So there is quite tension right here, so you kind of have to like use your fingers and press it down pretty like firmly. And once you push it down firmly, you just have to like push it like forward and it'll come out. I'm gonna go ahead and just remove the button now, just by pressing it firmly again, top and bottom. And there you go. Easily pops out. So I got the OEM one out. So here's a better comparison against both. Again, both buttons are the same. The only thing is just the looks of it. So this looks more better in terms of like, it looks more aluminum and more, again, premium. And then this is just the OEM one. So really can't wait how it's gonna look once I install this. I'm gonna go ahead and put the premium button to the trim, and all you have to just like slide it in. There we go. And then you're gonna hear like a click once you push it all the way in. Next thing, never forget, is to connect it back to the switch. Once you have the switch connected, all I have to do pretty much is just assemble the whole trim piece, the cluster trim piece back in, and then the bottom piece last. this kind of wants me to like modify my interior a little bit more. So one thing that just came up in my mind was the whole cluster trim. It's currently leather with like the red stitching, but one thing that came in my mind is, you know, maybe someday I'll have this as a Alcantara material, just to pretty much like flow with what is going on right here. So I got Alcantara right here, Alcantara right here, and then also on the door trim right there. Also, not to mention, my shift knob is carbon fiber with Alcantara, so it's kind of like a two-tone type. So that's just one thing that just came up after like installing the premium button, because this looks a lot more better versus the OEM one. So see how, I guess, boring this looks. Oof. Yes sir. So there we go, works and everything's flawless. Really hope you guys enjoyed the whole swap installation with the premium button. So again, if you guys really like this button a lot, I'm gonna go ahead and leave the part number in the description box below, and hope my video can help out someone swap out their push button to the premium version. And of course, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Peace.